Hey everybody, this is a short one. I haven't been on here in a couple of days, but my hair was not done. I looked a hot mess. I had to push my hair appointment back like an additional week. I think I was at 4 weeks, maybe even 5 weeks, I don't know. Because my beautician was going on vacation this week, and so I was supposed to have gone to the beauty shop this Friday and then 2 weeks ago, but she had to move it back to this past weekend, which then jacked up my other appointment, which then put me at like almost 5 weeks. And I think I posted this the last time, so I finally got my hair done. I feel more like myself. I'm so irritated right now. So I'm on my way to Pilates. I usually go in the morning. It's 5:43. There's this really great instructor that only does Monday evenings at my studio. I hate, and I repeat, I hate working out in the evenings. I hate it. And I've had a busy day, and so I did not eat appropriately. So I had a acai bowl this morning, but it didn't have protein in it, so then it wasn't really substantial enough to hold me. But I also bought some salmon, some zucchini and squash to make for dinner, of which I don't know what I was thinking about. I don't know. Lack of oxygen. Fuck, I don't know. So what I did eat today was like 3 pieces of this cake that doesn't need to be in my goddamn house. My husband has an ex-coworker that makes these really great pound cakes, and so she made him a pound cake. They had a picnic a couple of weeks ago, or a week ago. This was a week ago, or last week, I don't remember. Anyway, and so she brought him a cake, and her pound cakes are really good, but there's something about her pound cake. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's in it, but there's some seasoning. There's something that's in her cake that upsets my stomach. I don't know if it's a 7-Up cake. I don't know. 7-Up cakes don't typically hurt my stomach. I don't know what it is, but and it's a very distinct taste. I mean, but then the crazy thing, it's really good, but it does have a very, I got my nails done. It's funny, so my hands look short because my nails aren't that long, and I had her cut them way back. And so, but whatever it is, whatever this taste is, there's something in that cake that upsets my stomach. It just is, right? So the good and bad of that is I still always have a piece or 2 or 3, but I don't eat a lot of it because it upsets my stomach. Well, today, because I hadn't eaten anything, I had the acai bowl this morning, and I was in back-to-back meetings. Every time I went to the kitchen, there was nothing to eat because we're leaving for a couple of days. And so I was like, I don't want to cook a lot of food because we're just going to be gone for the weekend, and my son will be there, but I'm like, I'm just be cooking for him to eat. So I was like, so I didn't do my normal food prep because I was just like, I'm just not. And so I didn't have any food to really eat because the last of the food prep that I had before, my son ate. Typical. So then every time I went in the kitchen, I got a little sliver of cake. Every time. Because I was hungry. So every time I went there, I got a little sliver of cake, little sliver of cake, little sliver of cake. So when I finished my last meeting, I needed to go give the dog a bath because the dog, my poor dog, the bulldog, was just struggling. She has really bad sinuses in the spring and summer, and she was itching. I got this new shampoo, antibacterial shampoo, that I wanted to wash her with, and it was just time for her to have a bath. So I was like, I'm going to give her a bath today. So I jumped, as soon as I finished my last meeting, I jumped up and I ran and took her to the dog wash and gave her a bath. And for some reason, when I got home, my stomach was just jacked up. Like, my stomach was like bubbling and not happy. I'll put it that way. My stomach was not happy. So I went home, I got home and I laid down because knew I had the 6 o'clock class, but I was like, my stomach is not doing, I'm like, my stomach is icky. Well, without going too deep and too gross, like, I did end up making a trip to the bathroom, throwing up because it was like acid. And I knew because my eating and my, like, after I lost the weight, after I lost a bunch of weight and did the clean eating for like almost 2 years, like, I feel like it screwed up my taste buds and it screwed up my stomach, because any type of processed food or any type of, like, the flavor in this cake, like, things set my stomach off so easy, because now I'm just prone not to eat anything that's not clean. So it takes nothing for me to eat something and it to upset my stomach, and I'm just, it is what it is. Like, it just literally takes nothing. So I don't eat a lot of fast food because it just, like, we went yesterday and ate at this place for breakfast, a place that Mark had been driving by and always has a long line. So he was like, let's go, try this place out for brunch or whatever. So we did, and the food was okay. Like, I didn't love it, I didn't hate it, but by the time we got home, my stomach was bothering me. Like, that quick, my stomach was bothering me. Because something, and it was interesting because it was more or less the potato, which was weird because they had these really great home fries that were crispy, which is how I like them, but there was something about them that just, again, it had an interesting taste, right? An interesting kind of unfamiliar taste that's on potatoes. And so when I started eating, I was like, oh, these are really good. And then I was like, interesting, like, taste, like an interesting, and you could see, like, they didn't look like they had anything on them. Literally, they were crisp, but they didn't look like they had anything. They didn't have onions, they didn't have bell pepper. It was nothing, right? It was just potatoes, but they were cut in, little cubes. But there was something, because I was like, there's some flavor, there's something on these potatoes. I don't know what, I can't see it, but there's something on them. And all I had was sausage, eggs, the potatoes, and toast. We ordered a pancake because they said their pancakes were really good, and we love pancakes. So we decided to order one pancake just to test it out. Same thing. I was like, the texture was really good, which I was like, oh, that's good. The textures of them really good, because sometimes that's, they're gummy or whatever. And that wasn't the case. But it was interesting because it had a weird, again, it had a weird taste to it that I was like, it has this weird taste, right? This weird kind of one-off ingredient that just gave it a really weird taste. And so by the time, so I ate maybe 3 or 4 bites, and then I was like, yeah, I'm good. Like, this is, like, it has a weird taste to it. So between the whatever, and my husband was like, he was like, I think they're good. He was like, maybe, he goes, but there is definitely some flavor that they put in here. He goes, that's not, you know, it's not the normal flavor. It's like, it's not cinnamon, it's not vanilla. He was like, it is something different. But he was like, I like it. I was like, well, I'm good. I don't, you know, I'm not down. And then the potatoes, and so, like, shit just, I don't know. It just doesn't always settle with my stomach. And this cake is one of those. And I acted like a dumbass today. And instead of going in the kitchen and making myself something to eat, I just kept nibbling on this cake. And it upset my stomach. So then I was like, well, I may not go to class because my stomach was a little icky and I was just like not feeling it. And I was glad. I already hate going to class at 6 o'clock. She's going to kick our ass because that's just what she does. And so I was like, I think I'm going to pass. And I'll be goddamn, my husband comes in. And because I was texting him because he had a pickup, customer pickup. And I said, I don't think I'm going to go to class. I texted him. I'm like, my stomach's all upset. And I don't think I'm going to go to class because I'm just not feeling that great. And so I think I'm going to stay home. And he was like, I'm on my way home. I'll be there in a minute. So I said, okay. I'm thinking, okay, cool. This Negro comes in and he's like, yeah, get up because you got to go to class. I was like, no, I don't. He goes, yes, you do. You have to go to class. He was like, because you knew better than to eat a bunch of junk food because you know your stomach. First of all, he goes, 1, you know your stomach. 2, you know that cake upsets your stomach. So the fact that you ate 3 or 4 little slices of that cake all day instead of going and get yourself something to eat, he was like, that's on you. So get up and go. And I was like, I'm not going. I ain't going. He literally was like, you're going. Because he was like, because you'll feel better. You need to get up, move your body. What? I was like, who are you? And can I get my husband's back? And really? Fuck off. Like, are you kidding me right now? I'm like, I don't. He harassed me for 10 minutes. So I was like, fine. So I got up to go. And he was like, I love you. But I was like, I don't want to talk to you. And he was like, what are we eating for dinner? I said, well, I was going to cook dinner. But now since I have to go work out and I don't feel well, I was like, I'm not cooking dinner. So figure something out for yourself because I'm not cooking dinner. A total bitch. I was like, I'm not cooking dinner because I know for sure when I get home, I am not going to want to cook dinner because it's hot. My stomach doesn't feel well. And I'm not coming home to cook dinner for you. Just fuck it. So I just pulled up in front of the Pilates studio. I'm being a complete and total brat. He texts me this really sweet, like, I love you and you'll feel better and I know you'll be happy that you win and blah, 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 blah. And I text him back. I mean, this is, I thought you loved me. That's where I'm feeling at today. Have a good one.